You know what? I've accidentally gone live without setting the intro, but I'm going to play it anyway when I find it. There it is. Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and the guy above me is Maff from Mafftopia. Hello, Maff.
Hello, hello. Hey, how's things?
Yeah, good. Yeah. For anyone who was watching the very, very start, you might have noticed a slight cock up because I didn't have the intro set, and yeah, that was because I was doing the interview with Arson Tarossian from Tap Global on Friday, and I completely forgot to put the intro back in.
Oopsie.
Hey?
Well, oopsie. To use grown-up language there. Oopsie poos.
Yeah. Anyway, but that was good on Friday. I mean, the video is ready to go, by the way. It's just that he wanted to watch it himself and just make sure he didn't say anything stupid. So I think it's all right there. I can't see anything that would be bad in there. There was one bit we had to redo actually because he was talking about the abuse that some of the staff get in the Telegram, and I was thinking that doesn't sound very positive to me. So we kind of we kind of redid that and toned it down a little bit just to make it.
Well, yeah, maybe it's something I should ask offline. I don't know if it's sound like so they take that a bit to heart, I suppose. Maybe
the problem is actually is they have like a member of staff that they train up to be in the social media sort of thing, and then somebody is quite abusive to them. And to be honest, actually, I have seen people be really quite horrible in there, and it upsets them, and they leave, and then they have to get someone else and train them again. So it's like it's actually quite a tedious process. I'm not sure how you'd advertise it. Sort of a wanted social media manager who's prepared to be abused verbally every single day and doesn't mind. I don't know, something like that, I suppose. But
there's all sorts of like job ad double speak that gets used for that sort of thing, isn't it? Just it's a bit like estate agent listings where you sort of learn to read this, like, has great potential, sort of thing.
Oh, right, yeah. That means needs rebuilding, doesn't it?
Basically, yeah, exactly. It hasn't got a roof or something.
Well ventilated means
Yeah, well ventilated.
it has no insulation whatsoever, and holes around the windows. I'm just looking to see if our affiliate man got back to us. I don't think he did he? I was hoping to have the trading volume figures from the last Bitunix campaign, because there is going to be a new one. The new one's going to be quite good. The actual trading volume bonuses are better than the last one. So I think it's if you achieve a trading volume of 1 million, you actually get 200 USDT, right, whereas before you got 100.
Wow, okay, that's actually, well, it's twice as much. It's pretty good.
Which leads me on to the absolutely stupid mistake that I made this morning, which I mean, I've always kind of said to myself, don't trade when you're half asleep. Don't. I used to have a thing where I used to kind of wake up in the morning and see if I could make $100 before my first cup of tea, and like it was a stupid challenge to do because it doesn't always.
I mean, it makes a good video headline if you manage it, I suppose.
Yeah. I think it was when I was on the Stonksy show, and I always thought that was quite a good thing to sort of to do. Then I could show what I'd done that morning before I had my cup of tea, and it's quite good. Obviously, you kind of select the good ones, don't you? But anyway, so
bit of cherry picking,
yeah, but invariably you end up sort of underwater, more often than not, because you've just entered a trade without thinking about it. Which, to be honest,
looks like you're in profit there.
This one here,
yeah.
Oh, this one's all right. Yeah. This is just a little. It's only a little one, a little short. But no, this one here, like last week I accidentally showed this Bitunix thing, and I said like, oh, didn't really mean to show that because it was like massively underwater. It was just because I'd done that kind of thing. I'd done a stupid trade and I was underwater for ages. Luckily, it wasn't a very high leverage one, so I thought, okay, I'll be all right. I wasn't quite prepared about how low it was going to go actually, but last night I got out in profit, so I'm quite relieved actually. So the only trade I've got open at the moment is this little tiny one. It's only like $15 in profit, but that is a short nevertheless. Now, what I was going to say was my mistake I made was I got the $100 bonus from Bitunix for achieving a trading volume of over 1 million. It was actually
nice.
It was actually 2.5 million by the end, and that was the deal. You get $100 if it's over 100 over 1 million. So I did that, and then I basically used that to help me get out of this trade. So that was kind of quite useful, really, because I managed to bring my entry down and all that sort of stuff. And well, it wasn't a big position, but it was just like it was embarrassing. Anyway, so I got out alive from that. Using the bonus, which was great. And then I thought, oh, actually, this price is probably going to come back down, sort of thing. So maybe I'll use some of the USDT to buy some Bitcoin round about, sort of lower down. In fact, much lower down, like 66 or something like down here.
Sure.
So that was my plan. So I moved the USDT from the futures account to the spot account, and I did see a warning, and I didn't read it properly. Of course, I tried to move the bonus, which completely wiped out the bonus, and I was like, bollocks! Like that was like, I think there was, and because I'm on the VIP thing, I've hardly used anything in fees, so it was still pretty much near $100. However. We are doing a new campaign later on this week, but as well, what we said is that if you can put $1,000 in a Bitunix account that you've set up with our link, we will upgrade to VIP 7. So with VIP 7, you get these mystery boxes, and I got one this morning. and I opened it up, and it was $80 bonus.
Whoa,
Now,
okay, that's pretty good.
which is cool, isn't it? Now, the good thing
Yeah.
about that is if you get one of those and you've already got a bonus, sometimes it doesn't let you use it until you've used up the old one. So, so I thought, well, that's not a problem now, because I just blow my previous one. So I actually got $80 from.
Was it $80 in, like, like a trading fees thing?
No, I've had a few of those. This one was
actual $80, so you could
$80,
so you could use as capital, as collateral.
I did actually screenshot it, so just
because you're so proud of it when you say.
Well, no, it's just because I was
print that out.
I was thinking, shall I make a video out of it? I hope it's this one. I hope it's not something embarrassing. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that was it. So it said redeem successful, credited to futures account 80 USDT. Yeah, because I have had some of those ones where it is just a thingy, just a
for the trading fees and things. Because if you're on BIP7 anyway, which I guess you are, then the trading fees are going to be pretty low in any case, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and anyway, so also we were saying that we'll give you VIP7 if you put $1,000 in your account, and because that's the best one. It's actually not now. They actually do VIP8 now.
What? I didn't know that. What?
Because
Super Platinum Plus.
Yeah, but I think you have to have a trading volume of, I think it's, I don't know. Does it tell you? Oh, it tells you here, doesn't it? And that's spot.
Okay.
Right. So my trading volume is 3.2 million, and it's $500 million. 500 million is what you need to get to VIP8. So we're not going to give you VIP8, but we can give you VIP7.
So what do you get for VIP8 then? It's
I think
over and above.
Just scantily clad girls come around your house and just do things.
Okay.
And,
don't really need that. Just put the clothes on. Just just come around and have a cup of tea or something. That's fine.
No, it could be embarrassing, when they're knocking at the door.
Exactly. Yeah, just scare the cats.
And no, I think that it's just like stupidly low fees, and then I think the mystery boxes are probably ridiculous. You probably get like a helicopter in your mystery box or something, Anyway, so we will have a campaign for you later on in the week, but I think it will be one of those where I think the plan is, by the way, it's going to be for new users, and you're going to get a nice trading bonus. For existing users, you're going to get a trading volume bonus like what we had in the last campaign, but it will be better than the last
probably offer Quadzilla again, I would think.
Let's do that. And in fact, I did ask Alex for the numbers for the trading volumes. I was hoping he'd send it before I did this, but I think the only person who achieved it last month was Baldy McGinge, who I think that's James Sudworth, I think. Anyway, so I've he contacted me, and I've set him up with. Excellent. How long have you been waiting to do that for?
Well,
ever.
Well, no time at all. I was just suddenly remembered we've got that. I was wondering if there would ever be a reason we'd play, because there's things like audience laughter, drum roll, bongos, and so on. But yeah, we may never play those again. To be honest, they're probably a bit cringe. But anyway, so, but Baldy McGinge gets
who I think is James. I think.
Okay.
So congratulations to him. I'm not sure what his trading volume was. I know, about 5 days into it, it was over $1 million, I think. so I think, but I think he was only trading with he was trading with I think it was $3,000, but literally in a few days he'd gone over 1 million. So, that's what you need to do that to get Quadzilla for nothing.
For a year.
For a year, which is an incredible thingy. Anyway, So right, I've been talking for 50 minutes.
I mean, seriously, it's almost a cheat thing in a way, isn't it? Because you're getting this thing that basically helps you to just make even more money. So
absolutely,
round and round it goes. So.
Absolutely, and I just want to briefly show you what I was doing yesterday, because I was making loads of videos, because I kept I kept having a nice time, really, to be honest, actually. So I was looking at BTC USDT. This is actually the ByBit chart, and using our indicator that we'll talk about in a moment, which is called Quadzilla.
Oh, do you need to be sharing? Share the right thing.
Well done. Okay. Right. So I'm looking at BTC USDT perpetual contract ByBit with our indicator Quadzilla. There you go. There's Quadzilla. Quadzilla adds this momentum oscillator down here, and also lots of bits and pieces up here. There are a few other things, like I'll just get rid of that. That's one of my lines I drew in manually. So yesterday I was just off to bed around about midnight. And what I was looking for was the this green line here, which is a 55 EMA, and this yellow 21 EMA, and I was looking for those to cross on the 2-hour time frame. And at the time, I did make a video actually, but we were kind of just around about this candle here, and that candle didn't actually make them cross. The next one started off like quite small, and they just kind of crossed there. And obviously we had quite a nice pump after that, and we got that cross there. So that's been great. So that actually did exactly what I hoped it would do. I was initially just looking for the retracement on the 1-hour time frame, which was this one here. And look at that, went boom, straight up there. And this is a red bearish one. So, so it did exactly what it's supposed to do. It went up there and then rejected, came down a bit. And now it's gone back up. So going to the 2-hour time frame, and this is something I'm finding more and more actually, because I'm quite often looking for that cross on the yellow and green EMAs. Is if I'm looking on that, I tend to stay on that time frame and look what's coming next. So obviously, what the next thing there was this red retracement here. Okay, so I saw that on the 2-hour, which is why I set a limit order for that this morning. It wasn't a big one, but I set a limit order for that, thinking if it goes up there, it'll probably reject and come back. I do think it looks a little bit strong, but at the moment, that's why that trade I showed you is in profit right now. There is also the step 3 of this retracement here as well, up here at 70.5k as well. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking at today anyway, but I would love to know what you think. So have we got any comments? No, just hello Nick, and hello Nick. That's it really. Okay, is anybody here actually? Oh, it's not bad actually. 6 people.
Got a fair number of people watching, and a roughly equal number of people across your X account, the Mafftopia X account, and on YouTube. So it's
that's all right.
Kind of almost an equal spread across the 3 there. So,
okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so should we get on with the thingy and see what you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Maff and save will serve.
Well, okay. Indeedy. So, of course, that was Quadzilla that we just saw gyrating on the screen. And should I do the sell thing? Because I think probably everyone who's watching knows all about Quadzilla in any case. And if you're interested in trying out Quadzilla for yourself, do go and check it out. It's savewith.crypto.org/QZ, and that'll get you to this page, which gives you a bunch more info on there, and also kind of shows you, so give you the link to the Discord. Well, the link to the Discord is savewithcrypto.org/Discord, isn't it? So you can get there too, and so you can check out the traders Discord as well while you're at it. That's that. Should we have a quick look at this? Yeah, Bitcoin on the 1 hour here then. I mean, that talk about retracement levels in as you were just now in Quadzilla. That's quite an astonishing one, actually. Is that the same one? Is that the same one you were just pointing out? So you had that.
What time frame's that? What, the 1 hour?
Yeah, it's on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
About 69.5, more or less. It's absolutely pinpointed. So it started plotting all the way back there, and just
that was the one I used to get out of my crappy trade. You know.
Okay.
So
yeah. So it served a purpose.
It did.
And so that is. So in other words, Quadzilla can not only make you money, it can actually save you money as well.
There you go. Okay. Might be a name in that.
So yeah, so that started plotting back 26th of March actually at 7 p.m. and yeah, but that really was absolutely pinpointed, just on there. So yeah, since then, so the market has been showing some strength. The fact that it's it then sort of accumulated for a bit longer there, stayed above the 9 EMA, which is the cyan line that we can see there, which itself is pretty significant, to be honest. And then it obviously broke back above that level. So if I extend that a bit, so that level there that we're talking about is sort of, I was going to say in danger of, but sort of in maybe in the process of becoming support, which would be nice. So if the price does bounce back off that level, or maybe wick slightly below it might come down and touch the 9 EMA again, and kind of then bounce off it, kind of like what it did there. So that's a possibility, but we do need to keep in mind that there is this retracement level down here as well, which is at 67.194, and so if we were to draw sort of a kind of like a retracement channel, really, but like a halfway point between the two, I'll just draw a line there for now. So, and actually I'll do it kind of from there, really. Maybe about there. So yeah, so retracement level there, a very dodgy 50%, because it's not really 50%, it was there, between the two. And I should just delete that line that was from before. Should delete that one as well. Right, that's probably a significant level still, to be honest, along there. So the reason I'm kind of faffing about with the 50% level there, should I just draw it as a channel? Because I keep trying to sort of
yeah, go on.
Yeah, do a channel, yeah. If we can find the thing, parallel channel. So from this level, there, then up to that level. So that's what I was trying to get to. So in fact, having drawn that in, oops, on that, I'm going to extend it backwards. Maybe all the way to there, because you can kind of see how that has been a significant level all the way along. So particularly where this retracement level was drawing in, because there was another one before it, and it's marked out what's been kind of a mostly resistance level all the way back. So there's obviously been some open orders, some liquidity there, just being used up, and bounced pretty much off that level there, and even just there worked up through it and rejected, and so on through. Particularly there, broke above that level. It became support for a while, and then it broke down again. Finally got it support again, and the 50% level, then, which is kind of like a fair value level, really, between the two, has also kind of had some significance. In fact, even going back to there, it's been support all the way back to there, and almost lines up with that retracement level. So, and here also been resistance, and so on. You can see how it's just played out all the way along there. So the reason I'm kind of banging on about that in the past is that it suggests that it's very likely that it's going to continue to be relevant coming up. So whatever we see the price doing, hopefully the price just going to bounce off that and head up a bit more. But if it doesn't, if it kind of wants to do some sort of, I don't know, I don't believe in head and shoulders patterns, but is that potentially going to be a head and shoulders type of a thing there? Potentially lopsided head and shoulders, if like in the forming, but maybe not.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Sort of thing today. But yeah, so if it did that, so otherwise, if it does break down, and it might come back down to that sort of level where that liquidity is really. Who's one we're drawing? Yeah. And otherwise, it might well come back down to this level, that 50% line, so that sort of thing, and then down to there. So some sort of oscillating there. If it really broke down below that level to here, then I think that would be a sign of weakness in the market returning, and so be down in this kind of discount zone, really, below the fair value. So, and if that happened, it would have to really push, I think, to force its way back up. But as it is, because we've got just the way the market forming, it's kind of been doing that, ends up higher, that level really. We could see that happening. So that was still, coming back to range just here. You see what I mean? A bit similar to what it was doing there. So that at least we'll be doing it higher up. So at least that there would be strength in what it's doing just there.
Yeah.
So in other words, even though it's not looking all that kind of strong, it's that there is hope there. I think there's lurking strength. It's just it needs to sort of show itself. So I'm
just wondering because on that 1 hour time frame, and we got like a super down signal at 7 o'clock this morning, didn't we?
Yeah, actually that's a really good point. So
which kind of pushed it down a little bit, but then it wasn't really having it, and it kind of boinged back up, didn't it? So that's kind of making me think that don't know. It actually looks fairly strong. Actually, he said it's being short at the time, but
yeah. But very much. Now you mention it, because usually if the market pushes through, if it's in opposition to something like whether it's a red or green bar or a super up or super down, and the price kind of does the opposite, that's a huge read in its own right, because it means that there's, in this case, there's enough strength there to sort of push through that kind of tired, overbought sort of stage that the momentum is at. So in other words, it's kind of come up here. The price is kind of paused for breath. It needed to kind of regather its strength a bit. it's probably on a knife edge right now, I bet, in a sense, because it could well. So, you know,
well, if you think about, I mean, if you bear in mind what's going on, I mean, it's like, I mean, for a start, it's Easter Monday. I mean, are the markets actually open today? I mean, I know LSE isn't, but is New York open or not?
Don't know. I thought it was, to be honest, but
I've got a feeling it might be. But the only thing is, when I was looking at like traditional, traditional stocks earlier on, like things like Tesla and all that stuff. I mean, it normally has the on TradingView, it normally has the pre-market little orange dot, doesn't it? And I don't think they had them. Oh no, they have. No, so I'm talking rubbish. Okay, no, I'm talking rubbish. Okay, right. So US markets are open.
Oh yeah, it is open. Yeah,
right. US markets are open, but the London Stock Exchange is not, I believe.
Yeah. So wow. Okay. So at 2:30, there's potentially going to be quite a big explosion in price one way or the other, isn't it? Because
there might be an explosion.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because obviously that's the other thing. I mean, we saw the pump last night. It was basically, as far as I can gather, it's because President Trump had given this ultimatum to Iran, and then he did his usual thing of changing his mind a little bit and say, no, it's not actually Tuesday, it's going to be like later in the week now, I think. So they've got a bit more time to decide how many bridges they want blown up, haven't they?
Yeah.
So that's why that happened. But I mean, he's going to talk again later on, so he's probably going to change his mind again, yeah, did you see that post he did on Truth Social?
I've been a little bit kind of out of things this weekend. So
it was right potty mouth. It was like open the effing straight, you crazy bastards.
Wow.
And,
okay.
I actually thought that was just someone
hacked his account or something.
Well, or just someone making up stuff on X or whatever. But then I checked it out myself, and yeah, sure enough, that's what he actually said. Really, he keeps doing that, doesn't he? Dropping the odd F-bomb and stuff,
Yeah, to think a manner not befitting a president.
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Well, I might, to be honest. If I had that much power, I'd probably say whatever you like, whatever the effing well please,
Yeah, and
if anyone objects, F them. So,
Yeah, but he said, "Open the flipping straight, you buggers." That's what he said.
Yeah, that is strong language.
Heck strong that is. But yeah, so there's all that going on, and obviously we've had a long weekend holiday wise as well. So yeah, and it is that time of year as well when I think April the 7th last year was the big tariff dump, wasn't it? So yeah. So anyway,
there's a whole thing about because people trying to figure out just what his strategy is, what his goals are really, and this whole thing like, oh, is he actually really just being kind of is he now the puppet of Netanyahu essentially, and so just kind of doing Israel's bidding, and it just seems like there's a lot of that, isn't there? And whereas he'd kind of very much before campaigned as like the president of peace and boasting that last time round he didn't start any new wars, and part of his campaign this time was that he won't be starting any new wars as well. And then suddenly he starts a new war, and it's all weird. And looking at a lot of his posturing, potty-mouthed posts, he a lot of time it just doesn't make sense. I mean, beyond the usual, it's just like, so the fact that his strings are being tugged, which sounds painful, but explains in itself would explain quite a lot, I think, his kind of erratic behavior. So, oh, hello, Scotty. I think I kind of tacitly summoned you there by starting to talk about that. So Trump's strategy is to do whatever his paymasters tell him to. Yeah, I think there's an element of that. Just machinations on the on the geopolitical stage and so on. So yeah, in the meantime, we try and make sense of it and try and make a bit of money on the side, I suppose, in all the volatility.
Yeah, sorry, I completely derailed you there, didn't I? Sort of. I think I can't remember what we're talking about now.
I don't know, just Bitcoin.
Something to do with Bitcoin.
Yeah, it was, usual stuff.
But yeah, so yeah, so is it up or down?
Essentially, well, one or the other, or sideways. Yeah. So in fact, what I could do, maybe I just put on the CPUs, retracing channels, so I don't have to actually draw them in. Oh, wow, okay, that's actually, I spent time on that one. I'll delete that now. Get rid of you. So I'll do that later. And looking at this then, because we have got these kind of, there was obviously a level up there, which is about way up at 88. So that's still happening, but it really puts it in perspective that just given how the retracement channels tend to operate and how they're detected and plotted and so on, that essentially we're down here in this kind of just discount zone, just and to show any kind of convincing strength to sort of move up into this area, the premium zone, and then could kind of push on up. We need to get above that fair value line, which is 78.3. Doable. What do we have to know? 69. Oh, I say doable. It's just if the conflict, if the war in Iran just suddenly was resolved happily, and so you'd imagine there could well be a major relief rally from that. Or to think it might be one of those cases where it's just, well, regardless of what happens, Bitcoin goes down. But I'd imagine there'd be a rally from that, maybe a significant one, and probably quite a short-lived one. And so this being the 200-day MA on here, so can imagine the price coming up and hitting that, and it would also line it up with that same retracement level. There's also that one, just the green one just above it as well. So that those have some level of confluence, I suppose, around about 88, 89. That could happen, but obviously the 200 daily is going to keep on dropping down in the meantime. So the longer this waits, and the further down that goes. Well, so probably to wrap up the Bitcoin TA a little bit, we could also just look on here at if I switch to the weekly, just going to drop in momentarily on this whole thing. Just hide Quadzilla for a sec, and so on this, also we've been tracking this for quite a long time now, and so going kind of candle body to candle body, then on the weekly, the price from the all-time high basically dropped 30%, accumulated, ranged, in the process of which from candle open to close, it recovered 8%, not including the wicks, and then dropped another 30%. Then it was a bit more positive in that it gained 11% in its accumulation so far, but it's kind of looking rather like it's going to just complete this, I would think. And so let's make that, really zoom in. It's just going to kind of come out, touch that level, which would be at 72. It might wick above. It might do something like this, except given that that same 200 is that still the same 200 daily MA is all the way up there. That'd be a hell of a wick to just spike up and touch that, and then kind of drop down this 30%. So I'd be very happy for this pattern to be invalidated. I was expecting it to be invalidated all the way back here, but it's actually kind of stuck with it in here. So yeah, I don't know. So that there's definitely at least two really possible scenarios that could play out. It could just invalidate this pattern and do this kind of break above that, rally big time, touch that the 200-day, and then plot back down, do the crypto winter thing into September, October, before gradually starting to grind its way up again. Or it might just do that. If it did that, then we might see potentially a sort of a bear market bottom for this in maybe June, July, do you think? Although that seems a little bit early. And if it was that, then it'd be kind of around about 50k, maybe 50.9, probably a bit lower. If it does the other thing, then we'd expect that to just be more kind of September, October, I think. The other thing, if it is that might not be the bottom. They might just get down to there in April, May, and then just drop more down into like September, October. But I don't know, if it did that, it might be another range like this. Is it time to extend this out? And kind of think, well, if it's going to do that, it might. I guess it'd be that, wouldn't it? So do that. Just do the same. What's there? Do the same kind of accumulation thing. It wouldn't be 14.1. It'd be less. Something like that. Don't know. And I don't know. No. Sorry. What am I talking about? Probably would. Yeah. 8%, then 11%, then maybe 14. If it did that, and if it then dropped another 30%, should just measure that out, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
See where that would take us. So if it was going to drop another 30%, then from that, this is getting very kind of hypothetical now. Where's 30? About there. So it would be 40.5. If that did, if that were to happen, that's kind of But have you ever seen like long-term Bitcoin doing that for that amount of time?
Not really, no. But no,
it seems a bit artificial, doesn't it? Yeah. Did it really? I mean, like if I just go back. Hey, let's go. So look at that pattern. Memorize that for a second, and I could do the fractal thing, but just
right. I've memorized it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Got that? Got it? Yeah. So back through time. Wibbly wobbly lines. Not really.
Not really. No.
That was.
What year is that?
42? Oh, okay. That's this on the Bitunix chart. If I go to the like this one, switch that to the weekly, and okay, so back through time to.
Well, I suppose that one.
It kind of did, except not the same. Yeah, did a bit though, didn't it? So yeah. Drop, accumulate, drop, accumulate. If we're really kind of being a bit creative about it, drop, accumulate, not quite the same sort of thing. So there'd be kind of scope within this. I mean, that's such a clear-cut thing, isn't it? Drop, accumulate, drop, accumulate. So I mean, the Iran war could actually cause this to just kind of double on out. I mean, so if I go back, that we could be facing kind of a torturous, just ranging for like a large part of this year, in a bit of a bear market, no man's land or something, through that. So in other words, this might extend for something like that. You know what I mean? So through to August or something like that. That's also possible. And then we see that 30% drop, potential relief rally somewhere through that, which could be a wick. Because keep in mind this is the weekly. So all sorts of things possible, really. But that that kind of seems sort of plausible, because there's always a danger we end up kind of inventing artificial rules for this sort of thing. Well, for this pattern to remain valid, Bitcoin must drop down by the end of this, the end of that range there. But why? There's no market forces saying that's what must happen. It's just, so. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's plausible, even though we've never really seen that before. So as you can tell, there's a first time. It could very much just be seeing these kind of like big long steps down.
Yeah, well, I mean, because of this war thing. I mean, interest rates are going to remain high, and the economy could really suffer, so some sort of like long sort of like dumpage is very feasible, I think, really.
Yeah. And it's also, it might well actually see, crazy as it sounds, might see Bitcoin like kind of fulfilling its narrative as a store of value, as a safe haven, essentially.
Well, yeah, because the other thing that's going to happen at some point is the money print is going to go on, isn't it? And
yes, yeah,
that's going to happen, and which is always good for Bitcoin, isn't it? Can I just say hello to Federico, because I don't think I've seen you here before. Federico Lenkazak. Okay, not seen you here before, but you're very welcome. Make sure you're subscribed, and then you'll
join the Discord as well. It's free to join.
It's all free.
And say hello.
I'll just plop the banner in there. It's not often we get new people in there.
Ain't seen no new types around these parts lately.
Yeah. Are you local? Anyway, so savewith.crypto.org/Discord will redirect to the Discord, which is free. And if you join Bitunix using savewithcrypto.org/Bitunix, if you put $1,000 worth of something in there and send me your UID, we'll upgrade you to VIP 7, and there might be another bonus later in the week as well.
Yeah, and that was a sales pitch aimed solely and primarily at you, Federico. So feel very privileged there.
Come here to be sold at. I tell you what, I was watching Crypto Lifer, Sam Price, yesterday, and I can never be like him. It's just like so. I mean, he is very confident about himself. Obviously, he's like, yeah, I'm the best trader on YouTube and all this, and he said, I've got a consistent P&L, just looking grok, So I thought, oh yeah, I will actually. So I went to Grok and said, is Sam Price, aka the Crypto Lifer, is he profitable? Is he a profitable trader? And it sort of said, well, possibly. YouTubers tend to show their good trades. They don't show the losses so much, and You know, with a channel of that size, he probably makes most of his money by affiliate commission. You know, and and I said, oh, okay. And I said, what about Save with Crypto? and it sort of said, well, the channel's much smaller, but you know, probably a similar kind of thing. You know, he probably makes more money out of affiliate commission, and he does relentlessly sell their own indicator called Quadzilla.
Yeah,
and yeah, apparently we're very pushy about it. Apparently, so anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think there's any apparently about it, to be honest. Yeah, we should.
No.
Yeah. Do you think we should do it a bit less?
No, I think we should do it more. Really, I was
in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, no. What's the thing I was always told? It's like it's something like, you know, if you're not getting complaints, then you're not selling hard enough. You know, something like that. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, if anyone in the chat wants to complain that we're selling too hard, go for it. You know, please do.
Yeah. And
we shall take it very personally and go very butts to it for half an hour.
Yeah, give me a good slagging off on X like everyone else is.
It's time. Yeah,
I had a brilliant one yesterday. It was because I'd done that EGLD MEX video over the weekend, which is, they're always like incredibly depressing, and then someone saying, oh, another crap video, you know, said like, how are you going to get people to buy your MEX token if you just talk like that about it? And I was like, well, you know, if I had something good to say about it, I would. But like, you know, you're looking at a chart that is down only and has been for like 6 years. You know, like, how can I say something good about it? You know.
I saw that comment actually on X, and your very polite reply as well. I mean, it's just that. Yeah. Be positive about the coins, but to an extent, yeah, there's a limit, isn't there? Because like, so. The Titanic is sinking. You know, the entire crew have got these kind of like really fixed smiles, rictus grins. You know, just you know, everything is fine.
Yeah,
keep smiling, everything. Keep the band playing on. You know,
wasn't it a fantastic menu tonight? You know, and
exactly. The roast beef was a bit watery. I thought, you know, tastes a bit salty. Just, So,
but it as well. I mean, they've got all that. Actually, can I show you the chart of EGLD?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
it's hilarious. It is. Well, I say so I shouldn't be saying it's
it's probably quite depressing. Yeah.
Hang on. So what we're doing? I'm gonna have to remove you, aren't I?
While you're doing that, I'll just show a couple more comments. It's got everyone seems to be expecting the dump, so will it be contrarian? Bitcoin does that. It does do that now you mention it.
It does. It does.
Yeah. And looking forward to the Tap Global Arson interview, boys.
Yeah, so am I actually. I mean, it as I say, it's done. It just needs to be
ratified and rubber stamped, I guess.
Yeah, it just needs to be approved. Yeah, just I'll just turn off Quadzilla for a moment. So,
yeah. How are we going to sell it now?
So that goes back to it's not the best chart. Hang on.
Well, it's a crap chart anyway.
No. So I shouldn't really do this. I know. I mean, honestly, if I had something good to say about it, then I would, you know. But there isn't.
No.
Right.
It's important to tell it like it is, I think, because I noticed the other week you did a positive video.
Yeah. About
eGold and MEX, and so there were howls of derision on X, people accusing you of kind of being paid up, being a paid up shill of multi-burs X, and then when you're negative about it, it's the opposite. You know, you're not being positive enough, blah blah blah. So you're supposed to just put out bland beige videos that are entirely inoffensive and don't really say anything at all. That's not going to make everybody happy.
I mean, to be honest, the reason I make them is because they tend to get reasonable views. Sort of that's why I do it. And also, it's probably because I'm like one of the only people on like YouTube who are actually still talking about it. Even though I'm not talking very favorably about it. But I mean, this is the chart, right? So the all-time high was there at $554. And it's down to $3.80 at the moment, and we had an all-time low on Friday. Now, bear in mind they've got this supernova thing going on. It's like an upgrade to the network, which makes it super fast and all that sort of thing. But
so that nobody can use it really quickly.
but they did like a live stream of like testing it, and I swear we get more viewers than they do. It's like it was honestly, it was like 17 people watching it or something. It was just mad. It was like no one cares. Anyway, if we put on Quadzilla, right, this is our indicator. Quadzilla is let me just show you down here.
Oh, is it? So Quadzilla is being a bit negative about it, isn't it?
Yeah. So you see here, I've made this all big, but so we've got this convergence band here. This is the kind of momentum of the asset, and when it gets below this 20% line, normally you start to see some kind of like a bounce like that. Oh, that will be the bottom, and it'll go up. So what we got. So you don't always think that we got this trend shield, which are these little red triangles. Now, bear in mind this is the weekly, right? So these started appearing in April 2025, and they've been pretty much there every week ever since. Now, what the trend shield
expect downside,
which is exactly what the trend shield means. It means that the momentum and all that is looking like it should be turning around soon, but it's not because it's still going down. And I've just not seen that on any other asset.
Also, is the oscillator itself actually is literally on zero? If you maximize it again just for a sec, has it actually hit zero, or is it just
not quite? Because zero is
it's on its way, because it can, but I don't think I've ever seen a chart where the quad oscillator on there just hit zero, because it's going to hit zero and then just kind of do that along, isn't it? Just because obviously the weighted average on there is above zero, because I think the fast moving red is still above, isn't it? It's so that's just kind of dancing around a bit. But I bet that the longer term oscillators of the four are at zero.
Okay, I'm not going to have a look at that now. I thought,
but it's just not looking good.
Yeah, well,
however you look at it,
I'll probably discuss that in another video and alienate everybody.
Yeah,
but this is MEX, right? Oh, hang on, can't do that. This is MEX. So this had an all-time high. This is like the token of the X exchange, which is their kind of DeFi platform. So November 2021, peak of the last bull market, or I suppose it's not the last one now, is it? It's the one before that. How do you say that? Is there it's like the opposite of penultimate, isn't it? The one before the last. I don't know, but anyway.
It's a bit like Christmas Eve.
Yeah. So back then the price was $0.0017. So it was like it was like about 1/5 of a cent, right? And now it's actually 0.34 times 10 to the minus $6. So it's actually 0.34 millionths of a dollar, which is like, which is ridiculous. I mean, how the hell can I talk positively about this? It's just literally it's lost 99.9996% of its value. And it's ridiculous. And my initial videos where I was getting people on the channel were all about farming mechs. And the idea being that, by 2026 or 2025 even, it was going to be worth like in reasonable amount of money, or at least worth what it was back then, sort of thing. So
can it? So how far can the price kind of subdivide and subdivide and subdivide? Because it's getting fractionally smaller and smaller, isn't it? It gets to the point where it's not like a real number anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's not really, the price isn't getting any lower. It's just getting fractionally smaller. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's just there must be a point where the price, like it's gone subatomic.
Well, yeah.
So
I mean, I
couldn't go any further lower. So
yeah, I mean, I was looking at the sort of like the lowest prices of like any crypto sort of thing.
Yeah,
I was quite surprised.
Would it be zero?
Yeah. Well, this one here, see, they put a little 6 in there, meaning 10 to the minus 6. This one here is like this ain't NFT, where is that one is actually. I think that's about the same price, about 3.32 times 10 to the minus $6.
Yeah, and their market cap is
like Pepe is actually
okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the market cap of Mex is like 500,000, I think. It's like it's like or it's $1 million or something. I don't know. It's about the same as a meme coin. I was quite surprised to see Shiba Inu down here. Shiba Inu's got the actual token price is tiny, but obviously the market cap is big because it was quite
Shiba Inu. Yeah.
It's actually 3.5 billion actual. Anyway.
So
back to,
I'm thinking it's like. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's just going back to Mex. I mean, Mex is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's like Shiba Inu. It's nothing like Shiba Inu. It's like Zeno's paradox, where the price is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, not lower as such, but just smaller and is reducing, is compressing, but it's never quite going to reach zero because it'll always kind of open up another decimal zero, and shrink and shrink it goes. But the reason I'm wondering that, apart from just the sheer fascination of how failed a bloody crypto token can be, is also just that there must be a point where it reaches its lowest possible number, and at that point, literally the only way is up from there. At which point it would, funnily enough, probably be a sound investment because you'd be buying a coin that can't possibly get any lower in price.
Well, that's what a lot of people are thinking. I mean, a lot of people are thinking, well, it can't possibly go any lower. And
except it seems like it can still shrink by another. It could go to a tenth or 100th or 1,000th of where it is at the moment. Still.
I mean, any number
where's the atom level, I guess.
Yeah, any number can still go down by 99.99% again, can't it?
But just what's the limit? I mean, obviously not the mathematical limit, but the exchange limit, the tokenization, the tokenomics limit, beyond which, I mean, it is, if it's going to be like literally zero. I don't know. I know I'm banging on about it too much now, but it's just.
I suppose it's when they actually can't display it properly on the DEX on the X exchange or something like that. They can't display it because it's like, it's 10 to the minus a million or something.
So it just rounds to zero.
Yeah, and then it would just round to zero. I mean, it's almost getting to the point now where I'm actually calculating the percentage loss from all-time high to all-time low. I'm using the calculator on a MacBook in scientific mode, and that's actually almost running out of like nines. you know, when you're going 99.9999. So at some point that's going to round up to 100% and just say it's lost 100% of its value.
Yeah. So to hold the number, we're going to need to rent a supercomputer soon.
yeah.
Almost infinitesimally small, but not quite.
Yeah. But that Stephen the economistic, who's one of EGLD's remaining bulls. You know, he was quite happy with himself because he bought like $438 worth of mechs the other week. Which was a billion mechs, you know. Well, good, but that's only worth 366 now. So even that's gone down. Even that's gone down like you know, getting on for $100 from his investment in about a week. You know, it's like, it's just crazy. And like, how the hell can you be enthusiastic about that? I don't know. It is crazy. Anyway, that was a bit too rambly, and
that's right. It's kind of an interesting topic, but so probably need to wrap up actually. Just having
I gotta say we're running out of time because you need to go ice skating, don't you?
Or something. Definitely not ice skating. Honestly, ice skating is that is just how to lose a finger, essentially. It would be so easy, I think, just like fall over, hand on the ice, crowded ice rink. I bet it happens.
Well, the reason we were talking about this, because I think the place where maff's going is similar to a place where I went ice skating, and I went there. It was when I was about 21 at the time. So you got an ice skating thing like that, and I didn't have a clue what to do. So I was kind of like just hanging around by the side, just not doing anything there,
gripping onto the side. Yeah.
And then meanwhile, my girlfriend went off like that, and she was sort of like, you know, sort of doing all sorts of like, you know, sort of tricks and stuff, and she was having a lovely time, and she looked beautiful. And she came along and grabbed me, said, "Come on, I'll take you with me." So she sort of like held my hand, and I was kind of going around with her. And I thought, God, this actually feels really, really nice, you know. And then she said, "All right, you'll be okay then." So she let go of me, and I went smash. Like almost like a perfect tangent, you know. And
you've achieved escape velocity.
And then I sort of hit the wall and sort of fell over. Of course, by that time, you think the ice is all, I don't know how people think it is, but it's just wet. It's just wet and horrible. So by this time, I'm soaking wet. And then I just tried to stand up, and I couldn't, and like my confidence had gone and everything. And I was just crawling around the side of the rink thing for about another half hour, and then I eventually caught up with her, and I said, "Can we go?" And then we left, and I never ice skated ever again.
Yeah. That's good.
So if you're ever expecting a Christmas episode of Save with Crypto on ice, it's not going to happen.
Crypto on ice. Yeah, unlikely. So the probability is low. So I mean, I went ice skating once in my 20s, and it wasn't too bad, but it's just because I was told that to move, you just kind of like rock, like from one skate to the other, and then somehow that makes you move forward, and it worked. But so I was like walking forward, doing this kind of like a monster walking, but rocking side to side, and actually moving, and probably thinking I looked really elegant, right. But looking like a kind of just, I don't know, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or something, just lumbering forwards, and kind of looking like a toilet.
And then years and years later, I was learning to ski, and then so there I am on a mountain with skis on, and the instructor said to me, "Have you ever done any ice skating?"
So, yeah.
And I said, "Why is it like that?" He went, "Oh yeah." I said, "God no." luckily I found skiing a bit easier than that, actually. So yeah,
skiing is a lot easier, I think. Yeah,
it is.
you also get a softer landing as well. So I think.
Yeah.
Unless it's a tree or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Right.
Probably ought to finito, I think.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to give a quick plug of Maftopia for tomorrow?
Yeah. It's a really good point. I'll just grab the screen for just a second. So we're going to be doing a live stream tomorrow at 5, I guess, 5 p.m. And so yeah,
actually, if you do want to do it earlier, I don't mind actually, but it's up to you.
Sure,
because I can because my daughter's not at college, so we could do it whenever you
so like
up to you.
Maybe 4. I'd have to check 4 or 4:30.
Okay.
I think basically, if you subscribe to Maftopia on YouTube, you'll see the time. You'll get the notification. Hopefully, there'll be sometime. It'll be 4 or 5, I think, tomorrow. And the topic is crypto related this time. So it's usually like fascinating science and technology news that we talk about. We tend to pick a topic for each live stream and stick with that. And this time it's going to be about just crypto and quantum resistance. So a whole bunch of stuff about that, because there've been lots of new developments about that, and I think with Ethereum they've been touting that a lot as, you know, it's going to be the first quantum resistant store of value, but it isn't. There are others already, like Cardano, ADA, I think is all, or ADA, or whatever. I think is kind of already. It just had quantum resistance designed in from the beginning, but they're all suddenly starting to become aware that there's a potential kind of crypto apocalypse coming up within 10 years, I think, if they don't just start to prepare for it now, because there's been so much progress in quantum computing. So it's going to be all about that, and also we'll have a bunch of fun with it as well, and probably talk some nonsense while thinking that we're being really profound. So yeah, check that out, and also more just like recorded videos on the way very soon. I'm kind of finishing up a different project at the moment, and as soon as that's done, I'm going to be kind of churning out a whole bunch of probably 5-minute-ish single topic science and technology news videos. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I think I'm done. Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to that then tomorrow. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, everyone. Please do check out the links in the description down below. Sign up to Bitunix if you can, and we'll look after you. All right, and we'll let you know about the campaign later in the week. There's Quadzilla. Quadzilla is amazing. You've seen that quite a lot, and we are now famous for shilling our own products, which is why the hell wouldn't we?
So really glad that Grok has noticed that, actually. So,
me too.
We're on Grok's radar.
Yeah, me too.
For better or worse.
I mean, it's the only indicator I use, actually. It is. Yeah, just that's all I
Genuinely.
use. So it's just brilliant. I don't need anything else, and it makes me money, so it's great. Get it? All right.
Essentially, you're eating your own dog food, as the saying goes.
Yeah. But all right. Take care, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow on the Maftopia show. There won't be a Save with Crypto live stream tomorrow, but I'll do a video anyway. And so trade safe. See you later, and see you in the Discord. All the links in the description, as I said. So bye from me, and take care. Bye.